to start this meeting, if we can just spend a few minutes together in quiet, and you're welcome if you want to close your eyes or turn your gaze inward and simply rest as you are. There is nothing that you need to do. Simply welcome your experience as it appears to you. No need to fix anything or seek any state. Everything is okay as it is. All is well. Notice sensations within your body without a need to label them. Raw sensation. The universe manifesting itself as a sensation. And manifesting itself as the sound of this voice, activity of hearing. Allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper into not knowing, into being, not knowing. The heart of silence. Peace. Inner tranquility. Without a need to do anything. Notice that awareness is effortless. Perceiving is effortless. It is the universe which perceives through this particular body-mind. Without any personal doership. Awareness is quite magical. Every instant is magical. The infinite creativity of universal consciousness which is I. Not I, the male or female person, body, mind, but I, the reality which perceives right now this effortless and borderless awareness. When you are completely open and relaxed as presence, not identified as someone, a particular entity, not identified in any way whatsoever. Every instant, every moment is brand new. A whole and complete. Nothing lacking. And every moment surprises you. When we have the eyes of a newborn, fresh looking, unburdened with a history. The heart is innocent and open. Every moment is astounding. The magic show will surprise you. When you are not knowing. Because there are no borders in consciousness, in reality. There is nothing which is not included as your very being. Because your personal being is borderless. The world is your body. The universe is your being. Universal consciousness plays the game of sensations and perceptions, thoughts and memories, none of which is a problem. There is only God. It is all one reality, unopposed. When you are that, formless, so we do our best in living openly, inviting ourselves to recognize the other as myself. And the entire world as myself, my very body. We keep aligning our thinking, our feeling, and our action according to this principle, this understanding about wholeness and oneness and totality, the glory of consciousness, which we all are, and which everything is. Okay, so if you have any questions, anything that you would like to explore or discuss, please make sure to unmute your mic, and you're welcome to turn on your video. So any questions? Hello, George.
Hello, Magdi.
Yes.
First, I want to thank you for the meditation. You mentioned that awareness is effortless. The problem is for me, it takes effort to break the habit of identifying with my thoughts. And you say everything is included. So I assume this habit I have of identifying with my thoughts and identifying with a separate self is also included. And so my question is, should I try to break that identification or merely accept it as a part of consciousness's manifestation?
Yes.
Or maybe there's another option.
Yes. So the identification, when you identify yourself as a person, as a man, you are limiting your true self as awareness, as presence, as being. And so there is a certain contraction that arises in the body, in the mind. And this contraction, there is a force contracting, there is an opposing force that is operating in the other direction, that wants to basically release the contraction. So that movement of relaxing the contraction is included. So yes, the contraction is included, the identification, because there's only one reality. So the ignorance, identifying as a separate entity, a mortal entity, identifying as somebody who's born, who's going to die, with all the worries and the concerns and defending yourself and blaming others. So the whole process of identification is, there's only one player, which is consciousness. It's only consciousness's creation. But similarly, also the desire to be happy, to be effortless, to be free, to be loved and to love, to celebrate life is also included. So you can pick and choose. you are the main show, you know. So you can, you know, pick door A or door B, whatever, gate A or gate B, I don't know, whatever the way it goes. Yes. In terms of effort usually comes, you know, from somebody who is seeking something. So I'm going to do an effort in order to get something, and so we're going against ourselves when we're doing effort, because when you love what you're doing, it appears as effort, but inwardly it's not effort. You're loving. You can be practicing the piano for 5 hours and your fingers are going, you know, are starting to go numb, but you're somehow working on the notes, on the sound. You're into it, you say. It seems as effort, you know, from a certain perspective, but from another perspective, there is no effort. So when effort is not effort, that's the correct effort. When effort is effortless, when effort is arising out of love, that's the right effort, But when effort is about attaining something, but there is no passion, no interest, no love in it, then you open door B instead of door A. You are maintaining your identity as somebody who is lacking, as somebody. And as soon as you are somebody, the sense of lack is on board. But when you are nobody, when you are just that which is awareness, presence, well, it doesn't matter the words, because it's not about words, it's not about language. When you simply are, when being is, there is nothing to defend or nothing to seek or nothing to protect, or that's door A. So don't get wrapped up about effort. Follow what excites you, what resonates for you, what flows easily for you, what seems more suave, more gentle for you.
Okay, yes, very good. You have answered my question exactly. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, I understand that. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, happy birthday, Malcolm. It's just sort of message from Gisela. Okay, Gisela. Nice to see you too. Yes. Any other questions? Any questions? Hello, Holger.
Hello, Magdi. Thank you for the meditation. And before satsang, someone shared, I think it was Kathleen or Carol, was asking if at the end of satsang, was suggesting that the recording could be stopped and then people could speak with each other.
Yes.
Apparently in other gatherings this happens.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not very familiar with that, but yes, absolutely. That's. I think there are people. I remember, like there are some chat rooms, but here we don't need to really get that complicated. We could just simply hang out if people would like to hang out. Yes. I actually had that same thought a few months back, but then it's sort of.
Yeah. Kathleen?
Okay, I guess I should be using the electronics, but anyway, it's nice to see you, Magdi.
Yes, hello, Kate. Yes, nice to see you too.
Yeah, well, I was just chatting with Holger before you came on, and we were just talking about, I think Rupert does that. He has seminars or webinars, and at the end, he turns off the recording and just leaves the field open, and he divides people into rooms because he's got several hundred, but you could have another teacher I know, just whoever's on the screen right now, you would just say, okay, we finished the formal part, now we're gonna just chat with each other. So
Sure.
that seems, it's not hard to do. It's not recorded, it's just individual people talking to each other. So
Okay, Kate, sounds good. We'll give it a try today. I will stop the recording and keep the meeting going for people to hang out. Yes.
mhm.
Sounds.
Also, I was in Costa Rica and I met some of your friends.
Aha. Where were you?
I was in Blue Spirit, which is
Yes.
it was difficult to get to, but it's an absolutely beautiful place.
Yes.
And
Emmanuel Ramirez, he gives massages out there.
yes, I got one from him. I looked at his picture and I saw this guy, there's something there.
Yeah.
And when I saw him, he just had these burning bright eyes, and I thought, wow, I picked the right person. I mean, he was amazing.
Oh yes.
And in fact, he was invited to join our, I was there with Louise Kay, who's a lovely, non-dual. She's just a young woman and very wonderful. And so she invited him to come to the satsangs.
Okay, yes.
Emmanuel, yeah. And then there was Maria Hahn, who she looked at me and said, I know you from somewhere. And it took us a while to figure it out. I said, oh, it was Magdi. And then I realized that she had been on some of your previous calls. And then there was, Jenny, who I knew as Julia. I met her like 20 years ago in Hawaii. And she ended up inviting Louise, this teacher, to come to her home. And she had the weekend after our event was over, she had another one at Jenny's home.
Yes.
So it was very lovely, the whole thing.
Yes. Ciudad Colon or something like that.
I don't know which. I had actually invited her to come to Blue Spirit, before I went there, because thinking it would be nice to see her, but she didn't come. I don't know why, but anyway, it was nice seeing her again. So, I saw her on the electronics. I didn't see her in person.
Right.
Anyway, it was really lovely. Lovely place to go to have satsang.
Yes.
And I know you've been there several times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, Maria Hahn lives in an eco village
Yeah.
outside of San Jose, and we also had a meeting in the eco village. Very lovely place as well.
Yeah.
Lovely people, a large crowd of people who came interested in.
Yeah. Yeah, the special place, I think there's some kind of special energy in that whole country. When you think about a country that doesn't have a standing army, that says something.
Right. Yes.
Magdi,
Yes. Hello, Nathan.
hello, Magdi. Thank you for an absolutely wonderful meditation. I would like to ask a question. I met my brother today, which was absolutely lovely, as well as his nephew. His nephew is very interested in non-duality for 2 or 3 years now, and we kind of had an exchange, and we spoke about love as a noumenal absolute quality or attribute, as we say, of consciousness, of one reality. And my brother kind of listened and he says, and how do we explain if it is unopposed? What about hatred? Is it not the opposite of love? And then we spoke about strong negative emotion and separation, but there was, I think there could be something in me that it's somehow also very upset about wars, about hatred, about men, well, beings kill each other and things like that. So if this reality is that beautiful reality, if love is unopposed, how do we go about trying with words, I suppose? Sometimes it just comes to that, to speak about hatred. Because my deep level of intuition is that love is absolute, and we can see that there is a sharing that goes beyond the mind, and there's wonderful examples as well of people jumping into rivers, saving other people. But there is, how do we explain how this kind of imbalance, shall we say, between the love and the hatred?
Well, what matters is to understand have an understanding about ignorance, to understand the process by which I engage in activities that are hurtful to others, or activities that are hurtful even to people that I love. To understand the process of identification, that when I see the other as different from myself, when I see myself as some specific entity, somebody, a personal body mind, to understand that in that very perception and in that very belief, in that very experience of being a separate entity, I have separated myself from my brother and my sister, and that I have estranged myself from the oneness, the wholeness, the love. So this belief that I am somebody, I am a particular entity, that I am a personal consciousness, this belief is just a belief, meaning it's a thought that is not, that has no sustainability, it has no evidential sustainability. It's simply a choice, a belief. The belief in separation is a choice that I make. It has nothing to do with my true nature. My true nature is like your true nature. It's the same true nature. It's the same awareness, same consciousness, same being. So the body minds are different. The world is so diverse in the way it appears. An oak tree is different from a palm tree. It's different from a tomato plant. How the world appears, a lot of variety. But the reality of the world, the reality, the essence, is not multiple essences. Whatever, let's call it a life force there is in a tomato seed, and whatever life force there is in an acorn, although the tomato seed gives rise to a tomato plant and the acorn gives rise to an oak tree, at the root, the source of both this tomato seed and the acorn is one source. You can call it life force, you can call it universal consciousness, you can call it God's creation. If you look at in your night dreams, how in your night dreams you dream so many different people, so many different forms, so many different events, so many different activities, but they're all sourced in you, the dreamer, the one source, the one essence of all variety of the appearances in your night dream. It's one source, the dreamer's mind, the dreamer himself. So it's important to have an understanding that the diversity of forms does not imply a diversity of realities. The diversity, the differences do not imply a separation. Although in your night dream there is a difference between the lake that appears in your night dream and the mountain which appears in your night dream, their reality, their essence is one, which is you, the dreamer. Similarly, the understanding about consciousness, about being, that in fact there is one being, and this being has no name. It's not named Magdi or Nathan. It's not male or female being. Beingness, presence, awareness is one. We know it experientially as this I, not the colorful I of the body mind, but I, the formless, invisible, aware presence. So when we explore our understanding about reality, we come upon love. We come upon love as an understanding, and as an experience. Because love means non-duality. In love, there isn't a separate me and a separate you. Love melts all barriers, or all illusory barriers between the various hearts and the various beings. It crashes through all these gates. It knows no gates. It's one universal field, which we call love, which we know as love, which can only reveal itself, reveal its full splendor upon our understanding about our true nature, upon our deep understanding about our true nature. So the question is, how is love unopposed? Because love refers to reality, the one indivisible, undivided reality, the reality of consciousness. Reality cannot be divided into 90% reality and 10% unreality. Reality is one. There isn't partial reality or 80% reality and 20% bullshit. It's all one. Reality is one. So how can we speak of opposition, an opposed, anything opposed to love? We speak about hatred. If you understand hatred, you come to the understanding that hatred is connected to the belief in separation. You only hate your brother or sister because you believe that they are different from you. They belong to a different tribe. They're not made out of the same you. They're not, their essence is different from your essence, which is ignorance. But it's not true. It's not true that there are two essences. That which is true can never not be true. And that which is not true can never have even 1% of truth, can never be true. So what is it that is true? Oneness, wholeness, one indivisible reality, or multiple separate realities. You are not me, I am not you. Which is true? You cannot have both of them. You cannot have on the same plane truth and untruth coexisting. Now, of course, when you are having conversation with a friend, they ask you about suffering and hurtful actions and a Hitlerian mentality. You can invite them to the understanding that when we are identified with a particular mind, with particular beliefs, with particular perceptions, with particular feelings, it's a downhill game. It's inevitable. It's a matter of time for us to lash out at somebody for some reason, something, that straw that breaks the camel's back. It's a matter of time. Because we are starting with separation and isolation, the sense of lack, the fear of ending, the fear of losing. So when you're thinking about love as absolute, think about reality. Love and reality are synonymous. There's only one reality one truth. That's the significance of the term absolute. One meaning unopposed. It's not one on one side and one on the other side, and some dividing line between one and one. No, there is no dividing line between one and one. And you are this one, you are this oneness. I, not I, a body of 50, 60, 70 years old, or not I, a personal mind, but I, the invisible aware presence, which is not a thought, it's not a perception, it's not a feeling. And of course, the best way to be with our friends and family is to be living this understanding as best we can, to be manifesting this understanding in our life, in our conversations, in our thinking, in our actions.
Yes, Magdi, it's a very beautiful answer. Thank you very much for that. And I did speak about how the sense of separation evolves in this distance is created between people, and the result of this is fear, a suspicion, as seeing people as different fragmentation of reality. And there also was a moment of silence. Nobody spoke, and we were just deep listening to this. And
that's good when we're truly listening, where there is silence.
Yes.
And not necessarily the silence of the body, and not only the silence of the mind, there is the silence of being, the silence of our true nature, the silence which is behind all silence, all behind the silence of the body and behind the silence of the mind. Is the silence, the universal silence. When we think about truth, about reality, we are transported to that silence. We're taken to that silence. In fact, it is a silence which is between the words. One could say that the true sharing, or the true meditation, contemplation, is the silence between the words. And of course, it also is the silence which permeates the words. But it's the silence between the words that is the true sharing.
Thank you, Magdi. It's really beautiful.
Okay.
It reminds me actually something about music. There was a very fantastic pianist who was playing the Beethoven Sonata, Opus 109, I think, one of Beethoven's last sonatas. And the sonatas had a lot of activities, but at the end, the theme on which variations were created, it came back to the principal theme, which was very simple. And there was this silence of acceptance in between the notes, the last two bars, and the audience were just speechless.
Yes.
There was this quality of the silence, of the communion of being.
Yes.
That through Beethoven transported through the silence
Yes.
to the people that were listening. Every note had a meaning, and this silence was just brought everything to a
Yes.
certain conclusion and to the infinite as well.
Yes.
And
Yes.
there was a hush, not a clap of hands, just a sense of communion with the silence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's what's between the notes.
Between the notes, yes. Like between the words,
Yes.
it was the between the notes.
There are some notes that they evoke what's between the notes.
Yes.
There are, of course, there is other music that is just about the notes. And that's a different type of music.
Thank you, Magdi, very much.
Okay, Nathan, nice talking with you. Yes. Okay. Hello,
Hi,
Chris.
Magdi. Hi.
Hi.
This was just coming up in real clarity during your meditation. I'd love for you to comment on it. I'm often reflecting on ignorance and putting a lot of attention on that, on the times that I'm not, that there's block, right? And it just occurred to me, so is this true that this is what it seems like to me? Every time I'm feeling happy in any way, I mean, every part of the goodness of my life is the clarity of my being.
Yes, absolutely.
That helps me so much to see that. I just had a conversation with my wife, and at one point it was contentious, and at one point it was beautiful. And just to notice, I think I put a lot of attention on trying to fix the quote unquote problem of ignorance. And then when I look at my day, I go, wait, but I just spent the majority of my day as in wholeness.
And don't forget that ignorance is God's choice, you know. It's not a mistake. So not to take a stand against ignorance. So there's an understanding about ignorance, and understanding is sufficient. You do not need to adopt an anti-ignorance position, because that in itself is ignorance. Because it is any stand that you take against ignorance is a stand on behalf of the illusory me, you see.
Yeah, I can see that.
Is our natural way of being without being somebody. So happiness is just being. The nature of happiness, the aspect of being and happiness are one. But being somebody, whether you're being somebody who is vanquishing ignorance, or somebody who is vanquished by ignorance, it's a
yes,
thing, you know.
Yes, yeah. We have this saying in our men's group. We do a lot of work around like better than, less than. It just seems that men always fall into this. Oh, I either am proving myself to be better than, or I'm feeling less than. And I'm now equating this to in this teaching that as an individual, it's always going to be that.
Yes.
I could never be equal.
Yes. Yes. Now,
And this is the ultimate equality, right? This is oneness.
yes, I is borderless. When you say I is the reality, which is the reality which perceives. But this reality is not like contained inside your brain or behind your eyes or behind your head or in your chest. If you contemplate just I, the reality of I, there's no form or shape or size or color to it. The reality which perceives is not a female reality, a large reality, a small reality. It's I refers to being. There's nothing that you need to do to fix I or to improve I or make it a better I or a more successful I. That's different. That has to do with the body mind. Of course, with the body mind, we try to be successful, to make a better income for our life and our family, and we try to improve our health and our relationships with our neighbors, etc. Of course, but this is a different level. It's a different level. So we can live, when we live as consciousness, as presence, then we are able to manage, we're managing the body, the mind, the neighbors, the house, the car, without a sense of lack, without fear, without anxiety, without, oh, am I succeeding? Am I failing? Am I doing good? Am I doing bad? Oh, I was better last week. What's going to happen to me next week, etc. You see? It's so easy. It's just a flow. The universe is a flow. The universe is taking care of everything. In fact, everything is just the universe is doing. And so this body-mind is not separate from the universe. It's not like inside the skin, I'm inside the skin, and outside the skin, it's something else. That's something else, No, it's one interconnected system. It's not a closed system. There are no closed systems in the cosmos, an open system.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, please. And we can notice when we get contracted, when we get defensive, when we get argumentative, it's possible to, at that moment, explore the possibility of stopping, just to stop, wait a minute, and there may be some feelings, within the body mind that we sort of trying to get rid of. It's a habitual habit. We've been doing that for long enough. So is it possible to just be quiet, be still, and it's okay to sense what you're sensing, and at the same time to be present. So you're present to what's happening within you, the sensations, the blood flow, whatever is happening within you, the thoughts, and at the same time to be present to the other. So presence is a little bit different from, I gotta get rid of this darn feeling. I gotta get rid of it. He's wrong, she's wrong. They don't get it. They've gotta get it, so I can be free from my feelings. So I can feel better. That's not what presence does. That's more the habit of protecting the ghost, protecting the illusion, maintaining the illusion, maintaining the illusion within oneself and within the other. It's a dance of two or dance of many. But when we're present to both whatever is unfolding within us and whatever is unfolding in our particular situation, then everything is there, you see, everything is there. And we can just sort of explore how can we relate in this situation with the understanding that there is all of that happening.
That's helpful, Magdi. Thank you. And I'm reflecting on, like, during this conversation, like I had this judgment that, oh, some people in my life, oh, they don't understand this understanding, so I can't share this. And that's true on the
Yes.
relative level informationally. But what I'm realizing is, yeah, but those moments that we were connecting and feeling joy, we were one. I mean, we always were, right?
Absolutely.
But that really helps me to see with her, like, oh,
yes.
My people in my life don't have to understand this.
Yes. Right.
For me to enjoy the fruits of it.
No.
And how egoic of me to think that's the case. Like,
yes.
Wouldn't that be just like Chris the individual to be like, everyone has to get it?
We don't want to become a spiritualist, you know.
No. Yeah, no.
We love to be together, laugh together, share things together, play cards together, have a drink together.
Yeah.
Go for a walk together, whatever. Yeah, no judgment.
Just more happiness. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah.
Like children playing in the park, you know.
Yeah. Great. Thank you, Magdi.
Okay, Chris. Oh, hello, Yarek.
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 Hello.
Hello, Yarek.
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me, Magdi?
Yes, I hear you well. Yes.
Okay. Nice to hear you. Today I am using the headphones, so I'm curious.
Yes, I
Okay.
hear you better than last time. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Magdi, how are you today?
Very well. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. I'm very grateful for your sharings, for your openness, for your love. I am like amazed that you put this understanding and give your you are so true and open, and I'd like you to honor you about that, because it helped to for other body minds to like deepen in this understanding. And yeah, thank you, Magdi, for doing these meetings. Who is the I? But yeah, the one is grateful. Thank you. And I'm curious, during your day, do you meditate a lot? Like,
So what is meditation? You know, what is meditation? When you love, it's meditation. And when you are happy, it's meditation. When you're at peace, it's meditation. When you are playing with the children, or when you are with a friend, sharing a cup of tea or a conversation, it's meditation. When you're listening, not listening with impatience or listening with judgment or just listening is meditation. And when you are defending your beliefs or defending your ideas or arguing your point of view because you feel you're right and the other one is wrong, that's not meditation. Whenever you think about something you love, I don't know, music, art, a friend, your parents, it's meditation. When you think about truth, you're contemplating the reality of consciousness. Is there any proof, any evidence that it's limited, that consciousness is personal? You're looking, you're inquiring, you're investigating. That's meditation. When you're trying to control your mind, trying to control your thoughts, that's not meditation. It's control. You're controlling for your own particular personal benefit, which is completely illusion. What personal benefit? What person? There's only the universal benefit, the universal good. That's not meditation. When you're trying really, really hard because you feel that if you do a certain practice that you will attain nirvana, kensho. That's not meditation. It's a personal goal. When you are contemplating, what is I? Does I refer to a body that mom and dad, they call Yarek? Is this what I is? Is the name of the body, the size of the body, the weight of the body, the strength of the body, the intelligence of the body? Is that what I is?
No.
When you're asking these questions, when you're looking, inquiring, that's meditation. When you are out for a walk and you meet somebody and you walk right past somebody and you contemplate, wow, this person is my very self. How is this person my very self? That's meditation. So in meditation, there is love.
Yeah, I can say that I think when we are in meditation, we we lose the control. We lose like the sense of the little me, that it's like how to say, like being in the gratitude, in the contemplation of what is happening, and there is even no distinction that somebody is observing or doing something.
Yes.
We start like from, it's like more the spontaneous thing. Oh, it's good to meditate because we are feeling it's good to or we have like maybe some free time for a while. So we just contemplate. We stop our thinking and like.
Yes, as long as we are doing that out of pure love and pure interest, not in order to lose our sense of me, not in order to feel one. No, only because out of love and interest, not because we love the experience, because the experience is still phenomenal. That we just love, we don't know what we love, we just love. We love. I used to sit a lot. I used to, for years, I just loved to sit. I didn't know what for, what I was doing, and just sitting. I loved it. I don't know, it was a passion, you know. So when the passion does not have any goal.
Yeah.
Yes. But when we do a certain practice and we feel something, a peace, for example, and then we want it again, then we do that practice again because we experience that peace again and again and again. That's phenomenal. That's some form of habitual or addictive behavior. This is why understanding is very important. Not just some form of practice, but understanding. The understanding about about reality. That which you are is not a limited, it's not material, it's not made out of atoms and molecules. It's not something that is happening in the world. It's not something which is occurring in space and time. And that directly in your experience right now, you come to the understanding right now that that which you are is this invisible, borderless presence. The mind cannot know what it is. The mind is always wants to know, what is it? What is it? Black? Is it red? Is it purple? Does it dance? Does it jump? Does it swim? Does it swallow turtles?
Yeah.
The mind wants to, you know.
Yeah, the body, the mind and the body usually wants something for themselves. The body wants usually pleasure. Mind wants want understanding, want the completion, and have idea. And I think what you described, this I, like from the ego mind, from the structure, it's like dying because you put your own interest with whatever you like, hope could or would happen for you. You put yourself, okay, I die. I am not like you dying, but not for like in this desperate way. You choose this like you see the not good idea in other for other ways like.
Yeah. Yes, from the mind's perspective, presence is like death, because the mind is always an activity, a movement. But presence is beyond movement and non-movement. It's a different level. So from the mind's perspective, presence, awareness is like death. So the mind says, oh, okay, it creates a concept about presence or a concept about awareness. And then it starts to make philosophical arguments. It makes it a concept. And it says, okay, so it's an experience or it's a thought. And it therefore makes awareness or consciousness or presence a mind experience. And this way it can maintain itself. Okay, there's one more thing. Okay, one more thing. I have an experience of awareness at the mind level. That's what the mind says. But the mind thoughts and activities of world, body, mind. They are like in your night dream, all the activities in your night dream, the reality is you. Everything in your night dream is just, it's the play or the movement or the dance or the creativity of consciousness, of the dreamer, the dreamer. There is no reality of the mind of its own. The mind borrows its reality from you, the dreamer, consciousness. See? So when the mind says, oh, I know consciousness, I have an experience of consciousness, it's like this, like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. Inside the dream, it makes a narrative. The mind makes a narrative about that which is beyond any narratives. It makes a narrative about reality. Oh, reality is different, it's like that, and you experience it if you stand on your head and you do yoga this way and that way and you go like that, then you experience reality, boom, and then you can experience it more and more, etc. In the dream, you say. But the mind is just in the realm of movement, like in your night dream, a movement of the dream. You see? But presence, that which is, that which you are, that which hears these words, is not inside the dream. That which perceives, perception or awareness is consciousness. Consciousness and awareness are not two. It's the attribute, one of the aspects, let's say, of consciousness is awareness. So the awareness is not inside the mind, it's not inside the mind. The mind says, I, the mind, perceive. I, the mind, meaning what? Meaning thoughts, perceptions, and sensations. That's what the mind is. So there is a thought that says it is the mind which perceives, meaning it is the thought that perceives or the sensation that perceives. But it's not possible for a thought to perceive another thought. It's not possible for a sensation to perceive a feeling or to perceive a thought. Because the mind is perceived, we say. So anyways, back to meditation. This very contemplation we had right now, this very exploration, that's meditation. Meditation is interest in truth, interest in love, interest in beauty, interest in happiness.
Yes, yeah. So Magdi, like during your day, because you show us this clear understanding, and like I can say that you behave like you are like you are grounded in.
I behave like you. I have some dinner, hang out with Tara, do some writing, go to sleep.
Okay.
Just like you, exactly like you.
Yeah, because the previous one, Magdi, I think maybe the Catherine, the lady, were describing the Louis Kay, and she's like, when because I been on her Zoom meeting satsangs as well, and she's like in this deep meditation, but she's living in this very deep contemplation all the time. I'm amazing, because I can say that in your body mind you are more maybe in your movement you're maybe more spontaneous, but she's very, but I think this is the different type of character. But and there is also like Jim Newman or Tony Persson. They're very radical non-dualist, and I think they for example, Jim Newman, I think he is saying that that meditation is just like illusion for the little me to gain something, and there is no need for meditation. But when we I can say in this body mind can say that when we stop and we take some time to set and like to calm down ourselves, we can deepen this seeing. And so I'm curious, what's your view on this? But you're this kind.
My view is do what you love. Do what you love.
Okay.
What you love.
And so
it's
sorry.
If you just do what you love, whatever it is. But not so much just what you like. Is it slight difference between what you like and what you love, you see? So you have to be clear about what you love, because you don't confuse it with what you like. So you have to, really look at what is it that I love, and follow that, follow your love. If you love to spend hours reading the scriptures or listening to bhajans, or you love to sit in a chair and look at the wall, whatever you love, if you love to play music, you love to go for a walk, and at the moment, just every moment, just follow your bliss.
I love mathematics. I love like
beautiful
going,
beautiful. It's just then enjoy mathematics.
Yeah.
But it's always moment by moment. Our life provides us with so many different ways. It's not like one thing. It's a lot of diversity. But always follow your love. Don't worry about all these talks about, meditation is on behalf of a meditator, blah, blah, this is that, and this is this.
I think Magdi, because in my childhood, I haven't had like a lot of time with my father, because he was like an alcoholic, because he has some trouble. Now it's better with him, and I'm very grateful that I have a better connection now with my father. But I can guess that my whole other life, I was like looking for some kind of mentor, like to help me. So what is like the best way for good life? And so I think many people looking like something like that.
Yes.
And there is like different voices and different kinds of people, and
yes.
You also often hear that the speech are opposing to one another, and you many times you can be confused.
You have to follow what really resonates for you. Of course, there is a wide variety in the universe of people with different experiences, but for you, just follow what resonates for you, what really speaks for you. This way, there is no confusion. Within yourself what goes yes, and you can explore that. You can explore it. And what is what is not really yes, it's like, okay, maybe not. Well, okay, but the things that say yes to you.
Only because this, I can say for you that this the feeling like the maybe some I'm afraid that when I listening only my favorite teachers, maybe there is some like shadow part of me that they don't want to like see the whole truth, and it all can miss something important. And I think that's why it was like the urge for many different like teach, like
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, when you are not clear about that which you are following whatever thoughts, whatever feelings appear to you. One thought say this. Another feeling say that direction. So the clarity has to be at home, not from outside. The clarity is at home, okay? And the clarity is about myself. Okay. When I am referring to myself, what am I referring to? Am I referring to my mind? Am I referring to my body? Am I referring to my feelings? Because if you're referring to your mind, your body, your feelings, your situation of the body, of your life, you're not referring to you. You're referring to the situation of the body. You're referring to the mind of the body, the thoughts, the body. You're referring to the situation of the body. You're not referring to you. And the body is constantly changing. Thoughts are constantly changing. The world is constantly changing. Your father is constantly changing. Your teachers are constantly changing. Everything that's changing. Are you referring to yourself as this changing field? If you're referring to yourself as this changing field, then you are constantly running after something, then about something else, then now it's something else, now it's something else, now it's something else. You have to understand, you have to not just listen to my words, but they have to be your understanding. Ah, okay, I understand that. The only way for you to stop running after this and that and that and that and that and that is to come upon that which does not change, that which is not changing. The world is changing, thoughts are changing, the body is changing. There is that which is not changing, that which is changeless. It's not some concept or God or something like that.
Yeah,
It's awareness.
You nailed it. You nailed this, Magdi. I can connect with you in this saying. Thank you, Magdi. I can say that the other movement is going just from addiction for the thought, for the knowledge, yes. and this is just different. Like you start to value more this piece, and I'm still maybe have a little bit fear that I lose some like knowledge or I need knowledge, you know. Yes. I need to like mumble thoughts, great ideas, and this piece like can grab me with like the body might a little bit is afraid, but maybe not so much.
Well, the only thing that is truly valuable is that which is impossible to lose. Everything else that it's possible to lose, it's just a matter of time for it to be lost. Only that which is 100% cannot be lost is what is valuable. So you follow knowledge. What? Knowledge, I don't know what you mean by knowledge, but accumulating some knowledge. Well, that can be lost. If a stone falls on your head and the brain, you know, goes, then all this knowledge, 1 millisecond is lost. Only that which cannot be lost is that which is worth
Yes, but Magdi, you can tell that this what you're pointing to, like this is the great identification. But you know, there's like the persona that he has image of something like greatness, greatness, you know, and you this seeing like erase this whole like ideas for persona of me. And
you see,
it's not.
There is a difference. There is a difference between the cosmic activity. The cosmic activity meaning thoughts and sensations and perceptions. There is, because that's going on. There is the world, there are thoughts, there are feelings, there are perceptions, there are things happening, there is hunger, there is need to go to work. There is a difference between these activities and the identification. So we believe that we need identification in order for these activities to occur correctly. No. We need to get rid of identification in order for all these activities to occur correctly. Because the universe is doing it. It's doing everything. But we add the person. We add a personal, we say, okay, well, what do I, me, this person, need to do? You know? And so we like the wheels of the universe are turning. We put a stick in the wheels of the universe. We say, no, wait a minute, not like this. I want it like that. Oh, no, stop. I don't want this neighbor. I want a different neighbor. Oh no, stop. I don't want my dog to bark. I want a dog that does not bark. We put the sticks inside the wheel of the universe. So we say, oh, I need to get knowledge. I need to get this. I need to get that. And this should not happen. And he has a bigger one. Yeah. I need to get a bigger one. This is what we put the sticks is via identification. So there's a difference.
Yes.
Between the universal unfolding and ignorance.
Yes, and you show us, Magdi, you show me, and you show us with your teachings, when we ground ourselves in this peace in our home, it's enough. It's enough. We see that it's enough, because the little me, like, they have the main feeling for the little me, for it's, I'm not enough. Like, I need to, like, I'm like have idea to become somebody, something, maybe to gain for this image. But coming home and do this peace of mind, it shows us it's enough. And like the little me is amazed how it could be that I'm doing like nothing. I'm just listening and I'm like contemplating the whole, and it's enough. And I don't need to. It's like,
you don't.
We are very grateful.
Yes,
that the God love us like for nothing, even for nothing.
Yes. You don't need to do anything to fix and repair yourself, you as consciousness. In terms of the world, everything appears to you. Thoughts appear to you. Situations appear to you. And you respond to the situation from a place of intelligence, of love, of understanding, of caring. Yes? So as life. Life is a flow, it comes through you. You don't need to do it. It's doing it. It's already doing it. You are not separate from life. It's already happening. You don't need to, okay, let me start now. No, it's happening. It's already happening. It's too late. It's too late. But don't make it, don't put too much, don't put acid or don't put too much salt. Don't make it, you know, make it, it's already, you are the totality. It's happening. And you are this presence. And you are the love. Because love is truth. We travel and travel and travel and travel and travel and search, do this and do that to come to love. Here, love, which we are. Love here, peace here. We looking for peace here. Yeah, here.
Thank you, Magdi.
Okay, okay. Well, okay, beautiful. Thank you all. Let me see. So, as was mentioned, I will stop the recording, yes. And if people want to hang out, you're welcome to hang out. Lovely to see you all, Holger and Chris, Yarek, Frank, hello Frank, and hi Holly, Mark, hello Mark, and George, hi George. And Mo, hey, nice to meet you, Mo. Okay, and hello Malcolm, and Habibti Tara. Okay, so I'll stop the recording. Thank you all. Hi Malcolm. Hey.
Thanks, Magdi.
Thank you guys.